There is no sound. You can just like start the live stream without video. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on Friday afternoon in the project by Svetlana Yelizarova, The Secret Life of an Ambassador, and your host, Anna Garyaga. I am residing in Canada, in Toronto. Also, I am a realtor, mom of two amazing girls, wife, and the person who loves to travel the most. And today, here with us, amazing woman, leader, Gina Strand. And let's talk about her a little bit. She is a woman who built her career. She managed all the house with three girls, grandchildren, always supporting her husband in building his business. She also a cancer survivor, the person who was going through a lot of treatments, work, and rebuilding her and her husband team from the scratch. Let's welcome Gina Strand. Please send the hearts and let's hear her story of her success.
Hello, everyone.
Hearts, hearts, guys. Thank you,
Thank you
Gina.
for, you're welcome. Thank you for having me today. It's an honor to be with you all.
It's our honor. Yes, let's start from the beginning, right? Like from the scratch. What was your life before Travorium?
So, our life was very busy, like most people who have kids. We have three daughters, and our youngest daughter got a scholarship to play softball in college. Well, we live in Southern California, and the college that she got the scholarship for was in Illinois. So as she started playing all of her games and traveling the country, we were wanting to not miss out on any games. So we're following her and we're living in lots of hotels, renting lots of cars, and travel is so getting so expensive that we were trying to find, ways how you could save money on travel. Well, the owner of Travorium, Mr. David Hart, he was a friend of ours for many years before Travorium, and he told Todd that we had to check out his new travel product. So we decided to give it a try, and we started saving money on hotels, 40%, 50%, 70% off on hotels. So when we started sharing what we were saving on hotels to the other parents on the team, they wanted to know how they could get the same rate. So as we just continued to share our story of the savings and being able to fly around the country and watch our daughter play softball, our team began to grow. And before we joined Travorium, we only knew one person who didn't live in the United States. She lives in Canada. And but as we shared our story with sports parents, friends, and family, Daryl and Maria Roberts, if you guys know who they are, they're four-star ambassadors. They were one of the parents we shared the story with. They were baseball parents. And but now we have a team in over 70 countries. And being with this company has literally changed our lives. When we first joined Travorium, I was working as a retail store manager for a department store here in the United States. I did that for over 20 years, and that took a toll on my health. I didn't get to see my family very much. And because of Travorium, I was able to walk away from that income. And now I get to, travel. We show, my husband and I get to show other families how they can, do the same as us. And I get to work by his side. I get to be a part of my grandkids' lives now. So it's been an amazing company. And we are so blessed to have found and joined this company.
Wow, Gina, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I could relate to myself because I do have a daughter and she is doing also competitive dance. And I
Yes,
understand what does it mean to go everywhere with your children. Doesn't matter what day of the week, right? And the most
right.
important, we don't need to ask any boss if we could go and with our daughter for the competition, right? Or to stay with your child when there is an important milestone in your family life, right?
Yeah, it's so hard as being a mom or a grandma that you don't want to miss out on any of those events. And when you have to work and you are not there for your kids, it's really hard.
Yes, yes, it's true. Okay, can you also like when you just joined Travorium, right? The company name was Paid to Save, and when
Yes.
you joined, it was only three world tours. What could you say to the people who sometimes they not sure if they want to join Travorium today with 250 world tours?
Well, the company has gone through, as the company grew, it's gotten better and better and better over time. So, what you have in front of you is absolutely amazing today. And yes, you're right. At one point, we only had three world tours, and we were so excited. And the first year we had world tours, you didn't even get the points. So there weren't even points yet. So now, when you see that there's 20 world tours a month, there's so much value in the product and so much to offer. There's world tours for everybody. You can find them all over the world. And before we had, like we said, three. One was in Mexico, and I think two in the United States. So it was, oh no, Mexico, Punta Cana, and United States. Those were the three where they were at first. And now you can find them all over the world.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. And, you know, um, for people who aren't sure about the product, once you go on a world tour, you will completely have your life changed. You get to be at an amazing resort. A lot of them have, at least breakfast included. The rooms are minimum, two adults. A lot of times they're two adults, one child, two adults, two children. And also, you are at a beautiful 4 and 5 star resort for 5 days. And then, if you choose, you will end up running into friends all over the world because you'll see other people at those resorts that have the Travorium hats on, the Travorium t-shirts, and you get to meet people. And before you know it, you're traveling and you're going to say, I remember seeing you on that world tour. I remember seeing you on that world tour. So you end up having friends all over the world.
Yes, yes, it's true. It's what about our company, right? Sometimes you go
Yes,
in for the world tour, you meet some people, and then you go into Europe or anywhere else, and you even can combine world tour and meeting and staying in someone who is a new friend in their place, right? And
yes,
discover this world together with like the same-minded people, right? Who is on the same page with you, who is ready
right.
to grow every day. It's what was one of your stage. I was reading your Facebook, right? And like, what do you choose? Like to grow every day, to change something, to grow in the bigger, better person, to change the life of you and another woman. Okay, then I do have another question. I know you are involved also a lot for the women conference, right? We already
Yes.
had just second one finished. And can I ask you, could you share please your vision and mission behind the women conference?
So the women's conference is it's so different than when you go to the normal work conferences, and that's what we wanted to make it for women. Because as women, we're usually multitasking. We usually are, managing the house, the family. As women, we just have so many different things going on, along with a career or building our terrarium business. And for the women's conference, it's bringing women together where you get to, for a few days, put yourself first and you get to be around like-minded women. You get to hear the stories and struggles because anybody is successful in life, you got to go through some struggles to get there. My husband and I have, Todd and I have, we didn't get to this position easy. But it was more of, where you stay focused, no matter what, you're going to do this. And for other women to hear that, it does take time. You do go through struggles in life, but to hear other people's stories, you can relate to them. People get to start hearing from other women and relate. And it's just a weekend of empowering you. You feel like your soul's been refreshed. We had a lot of this time, we had so much fun. And it's only our second. Each one's going to get better and better. But you got to hear from women, all ambassadors, and their stories. And then you also we had a pool party, we had a pajama party where we just literally hung out in the lobby together, got to know each other. You saw people from all over the United States and some people from different countries. There were some people from Canada there as well. And we actually did a scavenger hunt, which was fun. We did a pool party, I mean, a beach party on the last day. It was just amazing time for women for a few days to put themselves first and just learn and hear from so many amazing people.
Yes, yes, it's very like motivational because I wasn't able to attend the second one, but I was on the first one. But I
Yes.
couldn't
Yeah.
put myself first because I had my 2 years old. I need to take her with me. But still, it was like very, very like supportive, as you said, right? Any conference is very important in our business, but this
Absolutely.
event, it's
Absolutely.
just something fantastic. You could hear the stories, right, of other women. You know that you're facing the challenges in your life, right, in daily, but there you could see you're not alone. You're there.
Exactly. And it's amazing once you hear because sometimes you feel like you're so alone. But when you hear other stories of women and you're like, okay, it's not just me. I'm same as all of these women. It's normal for to be feeling this way or going through these
Yes.
challenges. And I've always said whether it's a training, a conference, a motivational talk, a book, or listening to an audio, if you even just pick up one little thing from that, then everything was worth it. You may pick up 10 new things, you may only pick up one, but if you even just picked up one new thing from that, then it's totally worth it. And with you being at the first one, I mean, you saw the first one, and I mean, it was incredible.
Yes, yes, it's life-changing event.
Yeah.
Okay, in the network marketing, who is stronger, women or men?
Women. Women dominate the network marketing space. Around the world, there are 25,000 women joining network marketing every single day. And over the next 10 years, it's going to double in size. And the reason is we are natural conversationists. We're natural networkers. We want relationships. We have compassion. We care for each other. And I think when you bring women together, we're not competitive. We lift each other up. So when you get to join a network marketing company that you can work on your own hours, so you can still put your family's needs first, and then you get to empower other women or be empowered by other women, and you feel the women supporting you and lifting you up. That's the power of it. And by the way, for travel, women make 82% of all travel decisions. So as women, we dominate the number one and number two industries, which are travel and network marketing.
Yeah, yeah. I love there is some comments, women's rule the world.
Yes, yes.
Uh, um, can I ask you also another question? Whose idea was to create a ladies dollar millionaire club?
I think it came together with a few different women kind of collectively. Mrs. Adela Hart, her co-founder, she had things about talk and ideas about empowering women. Larissa Berg had thoughts about empowering women. And so many other ambassadors, Cynthia Sly, Deborah Taylor, Maria Roberts, and I were part of a women's group way back, long time ago in another company together. So
Oh,
I think it was a collective where everybody started bringing it together.
oh, amazing. It's like a lot of ambassador women,
Yes,
right? Someone
yes.
who would like to empower all the women in our industry. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And you
amazing.
know what? Just talking with each one of them, we all kind of, Adela started talking about it, and Larissa's like, yes, I had all these ideas too. And so we just started taking everybody's ideas.
Wow,
So,
it's amazing. Many great minds together, right? And
yes.
bring something different, and you like
Yeah.
create that amazing event. Um, okay, what daily habits or simple actions help you to build your business?
First of all, I think the day starts with a positive mindset. And I did talk about this at the conference a little bit. But for me personally, my day starts with gratitude, prayer. I listen to something motivational, whether it be, from Jim Rohn, Tony. I can't think of his last name right now. But if I listen to somebody from network marketing or somebody empowerment, affirmations, anything where you give yourself 30 minutes just to have positivity, I think sets you up for the whole day. So that's always where I start in the morning is like I said, gratitude, prayer, affirmations, and listening to something positive on audio. YouTube, an old tape that we may have, or we have lots of where we've listened to lots of network marketers over the years and personal development. So that's how my day always starts. And then usually, we start where Todd and I will talk and answer emails. We fit in a workout in there somewhere. And then just start, prospecting, helping our partners, Zoom calls.
Very busy day, right? Uh, can I ask you, what keeps you motivated on the tough days?
What keeps me motivated on the hard
Yeah.
days is, I think, helping others. We are now at a point where it's like, when you're growing the business and maybe you're going through hard times where you're still struggling to pay the bills or you're not having the success you want, but you're still staying focused and trying, being consistent and know you can see what are your goals, what are your visions, and you just keep going forward. And then all of a sudden you get to a point where you started to reach those and you're like, wow, oh my gosh, look where we are. Look how blessed we are, and look how many people we're helping change their lives. And yes, we did go through all of that, but going through the tough times, the hard times, the financial struggles, or the cancer, now you look at it and it was like that was all part of the journey. So it's easy to keep going now, and you help other people see that it is possible if you stay the course, you don't quit. A lot of times people quit not because it's hard, but because they don't see it's working and they don't give anything enough time. Whether it's building your business, whether it's a new diet, a workout schedule, everything takes time and helping people see that you can be successful. Because Todd and I are no different than anybody else. We're average, hardworking people that we just decided we weren't going to quit. And because we didn't quit, here we are all those years later. So that helps us keep going is just to share that with other people.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Gina. Yes, because sometimes people see only the results, right? Like
Yes.
for you
Yeah.
and Todd right now, but nobody
Yeah.
knows what was happening for the closed doors, right? Behind the
Absolutely.
success story, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Um, what you will suggest for the, like, for example, a new person, right, who joined the Tavorium and they have no support, what they should focus on,
Well,
on quit.
yeah, exactly. Don't quit. And they need to have a daily method of operation. Whether it's, you need to decide if you can, how many hours a day and a week you can spend on your business. Some people can only spend an hour a day. Then you take that hour and you make sure that's your power hour and you stay very focused during that hour. You don't let distractions come up, but that's the hour. That hour could be at 6 in the morning. It could be at lunch during your normal job that, during your lunch period. And it could be in the evening after your kids go to bed. But just choose that power hour and stay consistent and stay motivated and don't give up, like you said. And then reach out to, if you don't have any uplines, immediate support, you can always find out who your upline ambassador is and plug into anything and everything the trainings the company has, because we have lots of trainings, lots of Zooms every week, every day to plug in those. And then make sure you just take care of yourself as far as giving yourself positivity every day. That positivity, whatever it may be, reading, affirmations, anything positive audio that you can to help keep your mind correct.
Yes, yes, it's true. Thank you, Gina, for sharing. Yes, and we could say to the people also listen all the trainings, right? Read the books, but also practice, right? Because if
Yes.
you only will attend all the trainings, everything, you just get information, but you never use, then you will not see any success, right?
And don't wait till you know everything. I mean, sometimes the best is when you're new and you don't know very much and you're just excited. That being excited, the people will feel that excitement. And my husband says this so well when he's talking to new people is when you're new and you want to share the business with someone, you don't try and explain it and don't worry about knowing everything. All you have to do is say, I know enough to be excited, but I don't know enough to explain it. Let me put you on the phone with, somebody else. Or that's why I invited you to this Zoom. So you let the tools, the Zooms, other ambassadors, or two-star, three-star, four-star directors, they are, can help out as well.
Thank you, Gina. And can I ask you how you react when people say no to you?
You have to realize they're not saying no to you. They're just saying no, not at this time. And a lot of times, no is they don't really know enough or the timing may not be right. So you just remember that it's not you. And that's the hardest part for most people is not to take it personal because you're so excited. You think everybody should have this. If you like, especially friends and family, right? I know they would be perfect for this. I know they would be great this, but the timing's not right for them. So you still love on everybody. Because they say no, just means no today, not no forever. And the biggest thing about when you are trying to get new people and encourage, build your team is it is a relationship business. So you are building relationships. And even though they say no today, you still keep in touch. Hey, do you mind if I still share with you, any new things that are happening with the company? Or you still send happy birthdays to them, or you still just talk to them about their family. So you always want to be a human first and build that relationship. And like I said, the no's today, it's not forever.
Yes, it's just the door which opening a new opportunity, right? Just don't give
Yes.
up. And thank you for giving that also explanation when you say like we always need to ask the people, right? The question like, can I send you some information?
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
contact you like in the future, right? Because sometimes people like they just get response no and they leave that person, right? But who knows,
Yes.
maybe in 6 months it will be the right decision for them, exactly what they were looking. Yeah.
I mean, by the way, in our organization alone, it took 3 years for us to recruit Daryl and Maria. Three
Oh,
years. It took them 300 phone calls before they got Danny Segmanal, who's the number one person in France, to sign up. 300 phone calls later before he said yes. And then he just traveled for a year before he decided to start building his business. It took us another 3 years before we got Camilo Peraza, number one income earner out of Spain and Cuba. And then it took a few years before Tatiana Zelan, before Tatiana said yes to us. And she's on top of all the Russian team, all the Slavic team. But so it does take time and it takes time of building relationships. And it's about their timing, not our timing.
Wow, wow. Yes, it's just persistence, right? What do you
Yes.
need to do? 3 years. Wow, it's great. Thank you, Gina, for sharing. Like, and it's now the best leaders, right? And you just don't quit. You just continue work with these people. Wow, diamonds. Amazing. Can I ask you, okay, what could be next question? Okay, can you share with us your elevator pitch, like short, something 30 seconds, how you can invite person to see the presentation in the room?
Well, wherever you go, you just want to say hi and talk to people. With us traveling so much, we do get into elevators and hotels. And the first thing you say is, where are you guys traveling from? And they'll say, oh, wherever. How about you? And we tell them where we are. Oh, is this your first time? So we're just talking to people about, traveling at the resort we're at, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll say, and they'll say, oh, they may say, oh, what brings you here? We have a travel club. A travel club, what does that mean? And we just tell them, oh, we can book travel at wholesale rates. Like we're here at this resort for, $299. Oh my gosh, how's that possible? Well, do me a favor, give me your number And when you get back from your vacation, I'll send you some information on the company. And if you like it, great. If not, that's okay too. So we always, me and my husband, keep it very light at first, especially if they're on vacation. You want to just say, when you get back from vacation, I'll send you some information. So then it's more about the follow-up. We're not trying to pitch them, sell them on on everything on the company. And you want to respect that they're on a vacation and that sort of thing. We do that in the grocery store. Todd just did it 2 days ago in where was he? In Costco. We did it, when we were traveling. It's wherever you are. It's just starting conversations with people, and that's the biggest thing is learning to be a professional conversation starter, right? Where you just start conversations, and you can tell right away if people are just closed that you're okay. That's not somebody. I'll send some information, but most people, Uber drivers. Great conversation. You're in the Uber. We take Ubers to the airport all the time. And like, is this your full-time job? How long you been doing Uber? And they'll tell you, oh, no, I just do this. I have a full-time job. I do this. Well, how do you like, doing Uber? How do you like doing this? Well, we have a travel club and, we just share a little bit of information. Give me your phone number and I'll send you some information, you know. So we keep it really light at first. And then it's the follow-up. You'll send a follow-up. Hey, remember me? I'm going to invite you to our Zoom tonight. So,
Okay, if we talk about Uber drivers, it's also experience what I do have. Normally, like a lot of Uber drivers say, yeah, I'm interested, I'm looking for the extra income, right? They give you their phone number and you like say hi, like reminding them, inviting them for
mhm.
presentation, or I ask about the time, for example, maybe do you want to see the recorded presentation, right? In the time. But sometimes after that, the people not answering to you, what are you doing the next if they're not answering? Maybe you could
If they
explain.
don't answer, you just give them time. You respect them, and then you follow up, in another, maybe give them a couple weeks or follow up in a month. You know what? So you never stop following up. But if you can tell if they stopped answering you, it's time to back off a little bit, and then you can start the conversation over, whether it be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but you just start the conversation over again. And somebody's never off your prospect list. Even if they are not listening to you or not answering you, you still want to check back in with them. Hey, it's been a while. But I knew you were interested a while ago at our presentation. I wanted to follow up. I wanted to let you know that we just opened in India. The company, we just opened a brand new country. Just wanted to share with you some things happening in our company, which is great. So sometimes you're just sharing. You're not always inviting to a presentation. Just wanted to share with you, we just opened in India. Wanted to share with you, we are doubling in size every 12 months. Wanted to share with you a brand new world tour that we opened in whatever country. So a lot of times the follow-up is just sharing more information about the company.
Thank you, Gina, for sharing your knowledge and skills with us. It's very valuable for all of us how to improve our follow-up. Um, can I ask you, what was the most memorable trip for you and Todd, or maybe like for all your family?
For Todd and I, our most memorable trip so far is the Maldives.
Mm.
So we went there 2 years ago and it was amazing. And it was our daughter's actually idea. We were flying to Kazakhstan and then we were after Kazakhstan, doing the world tour in Dubai. And my daughter says, well, Mom, if you're going to be in Dubai, you might as well go to the Maldives. It's right there. And so when I told Todd, he's like, sure, why not? So we went to the Maldives and it was just an amazing trip. You get from the time you land at their airport, and depending on which resort you're at, you either get on a small plane that flies you to your resort or you're in a boat that takes you to your resort. Every resort is its own island. And once you get to your resort, they are greeting you the minute you get off. They invite you to sit. We sat down. We didn't stand in line for registration. The butlers were right there to help you. They had you sit down under this beautiful tree and benches and just see the water right there. And they had checked us in. And then they take you to your whatever kind of bungalow you have. And it was just amazing. We had 24-hour room service. Butler at all times helped you with everything. The food was amazing. You could either order in your room, you could go to all the restaurants they had. You get to jump off your deck into the water and snorkel and swim with all the fish. You had your own pool. It was just the most amazing, beautiful, peaceful. And we wish we had stayed longer. And we said we'll go back someday and take all of our kids. So that was amazing. And then for our kids, we do a family trip every single year because that's what our adult children decided they wanted. They didn't want a lot of presents, for Christmas and birthdays. They'd rather have experiences. So every year we take a trip. This past year, we just took them to, with us living in California, our most of our family had never been to Disney World in Orlando, so that's where they wanted to go for all the grandkids. So we went on that, and that was just a wonderful trip with them. And the year before, we rented a beach house down in San Diego, right on the ocean, and that was an amazing trip with them as well. And then also we've taken them each individual family on a trip. Our oldest daughter and she has two boys. We have two grandsons. They're now 12 and 15. And we took them to Rome about 18 months ago. And that was a beautiful time just with them and to see all the cathedrals and look through their eyes as, we're traveling the country and stuff. So that was a wonderful trip as well. And there's so many new places to see all the time.
Yeah, wow, wow. It's amazing. And can I ask you regarding your Disney trip with your family, right? Did you take the premium kind of passes where you don't need to stay the lineups and you just go everywhere on the all rides?
We
Yes?
did. We did. We did one day. It's called a VIP
Yeah.
experience.
Mhm.
And so we did do that, and that was like first class. So basically, we met the guide. So we had two guides because of the size of our family, and they took you in like SUV cars, and they were our guide all day. And they take us to three different resorts, and you go in the back entrance. So they
Oh,
took us in this back entrance. Then you go to the front of the lines, like the lightning lane lines. And if they said, "Would you guys like some coffee?" They went and picked up coffee and brought it to us. They helped move the strollers around. We had two strollers in our family. They even sat like decided to stay off a ride and stay with one of my little granddaughters, and then one of them stayed with me. Because of the size of our family, we even divided. One guide took the people that were going on some bigger rides, and the other guide took the rest of the family that was going on some rides for the babies. We ordered lunch ahead of time. They picked us up. When it became time to see the parade, there was this special VIP section where you're up high and the parade comes right in front of you. And then for the fireworks at the end of the night, it was like sitting in a park. So there's this area in Magic Kingdom where it's roped off for anybody VIP. And if we felt like we were sitting in a park under the fireworks at night. And that was spectacular way to end the day. So that was amazing. We did that. And then the other days at the other parks, we pick and chose which ones we were going to do like the Lightning Lane rides for.
wow, wow. I mean, your children, your grandchildren, they're so lucky to be your children and grandchildren, to have such an amazing trips, right? And experiences, as you said, right? It's
Yeah,
both.
we're very lucky and very blessed that we're able to do that with our family now.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like for me as well, right? The person who loves to travel, for me, not important any gifts, but like the best gift for my
Yeah.
birthday, just to go anywhere.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Um, can I ask you, do you have like any item, specific item with a story, something that you always like carry with you and symbolize your journey with Travorium? Do you have any like specific item or something, maybe ritual one, or I don't know.
As far as sharing with prospects, you mean, or
No, no,
just me
no, just like
personally?
your own item that means something specific for you, and you carry that item during all these years with Travorium, for example.
One of them actually is, yes, it's a keychain of an Eiffel Tower. And it was our very first trip to Europe. We were going to Nice, France for the very first conference for the Europe team, and that was in 2019. That was Todd and I's first trip over abroad. And we went to Paris for a few days first before we went to Nice. And I carry that Eiffel Tower. It's pink. Pink's my favorite color. So
Oh,
it's pink and it's a keychain. And yes, it does go everywhere with me
wow.
because it was, I just remember that feeling of when you first go and it's like, oh my gosh, wow. I mean, Todd and I were like kids. Wow, look at that, look at that, look at that. And we had just a couple days, but we went everywhere. We were like going like crazy to see how much we could do and see in those couple days.
Wow, wow, thank you for sharing. And Gina, as I understand correctly, right? Did you say that your first trip, like to the Europe outside of the United States, was with Travorium, right? In
Yes.
2016.
Yep.
Amazing.
2019 was
19.
our first trip. Yep. And it was with Trevorium.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. It's like
Yeah.
just, I mean, I want everybody to know, right? How it's changed people life. Sometimes you stay just in one country, you think it's the best life you could do, but when you open in the world for yourself, you couldn't stop.
Exactly. And you know what's and peop like you asked the most memorable and favorite trip, and it's kind of changed over time because when we first traveled to France in 2019, Paris was my favorite place to be in all time because that was the first place I went. And then when we went to Rome for this first time, that was my favorite place. We went to Barcelona. Oh my God, that's my favorite place. So each time it's changed a little bit. But how amazing is that we get to continue to experience different places, different cultures, countries all over the world, and each time it's a new favorite place.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I think it's also depend from us, right? Because during different stage in our life, we are changing, right?
Yes.
And also it's what take us like maybe during that time, as you said, because I love Italy as well, right? It's my favorite place on earth.
Yes.
Every time I go there, but still maybe you go to different places and after 10 years, maybe it will change. You never
Yes.
know, right? Okay, like probably a few more questions, and we will have some questions from our guests. Please, if you do have some questions to Gina Strand, please send to the chat. Gina will be happy to answer. Maybe I could check right now. It's only the comments, right, for right now. Okay. Can I ask you what is your maybe what is your plan future for your Travorium team for your business? What would you like to be your team or something specific? What do you wanna in the future?
We just want, for us, we want to keep, growing to new levels as we help people become ambassador. So our goal is to see how many people we can have ambassador on our teams, right? So it's about helping everybody reach their goals and their next level.
Wow, amazing. Can I ask you how many ambassadors do you have on your team today?
Um, 70-ish. I could be wrong there,
Okay, yes,
but roughly.
probably when you have first one you count, right? But when it's more than 10, you
And
already
now, and now there's a new ambassador every single month. It's at least one, if not three new ambassadors every month. So,
it's amazing how our business grows, right?
oh
How
yes,
how
yes.
many changes and like it's become more attractive for everyone, right? Okay, what else? Do we have any questions from our guests? Okay, what helped you not to quit in difficult times?
Our what helped us not quit during difficult times is, first of all, we believed in the owners and the company and the product. So in 2016, um, and from 2014, 13 to 2016, I had gone through cancer. We had gone through some team quitting on us. And then in 2016, in one weekend, our entire team quit. And what kept us going, and I think David Hart even thought that Todd and I would quit during that moment. He was like, why wouldn't you? But we decided we were staying. No matter what, we were staying. We believed in the company, and we believe, first of all, in David and Adela. David Hart is a fantastic CEO and owner. He's very traditional. He's very conservative. As a company, we carry no debt. He pays everything off a year in advance. The building that the corporate staff is in now, the company owns it. So we believed in them, and no matter what Todd and I decided, how many times we will just keep rebuilding and rebuilding.
Wow, wow. It's really amazing. Like when I hear that story with you and Todd, when like all team quit and you
Yeah.
stay, right? It's just the leader you want to stay with, you know?
Yeah, and you know what else? For me, I've always believed that you have to go through struggles, and you things are happen for you in God's timing. We can't decide how things are going to happen. Success never happens overnight, but if you just believe and you have faith and you keep doing the right things, even when the wrong things are happening, you will see the other side and become successful. But everybody has to go through some sort of struggles. The Bible talks about going through the desert. There's different, everybody's got something different, but it's about getting through those tough times. That's what gets you to the other side. And we're very big believers on that.
Yeah, yeah. It's true, right? To grow, you need to pass. If you don't pass, then maybe
Yes,
you stay just in that place.
yes.
What is your dream right now?
Oh, my dream is to see how many people we help grow in Trevorium, grow ambassadors, help grow the women's conference, and help as many women as possible. Continue to travel with our family, and just keep seeing this company grow. I mean, our dreams really haven't changed much. It's so rewarding when you get to see other people succeed. And when you've been with a company as long as like we have, and get to know people and know their own struggles, and now where they are and having success, it's very rewarding for us as well, just to share that success with others.
Yes, it's true because you were with the company from the beginning, right? And you stay till today. That's why for
Yes.
you it's the most rewarding. Okay, here the Harlan Halls, he says, feels great being one of them. Gina and Todd are amazing. Okay, hearts to Harlan Hall as well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Tatiana Paligach, she's asking, what can you advise for new partners?
Advice for new partners
Yes.
is to first of all, like we talked a little bit ago, for new partners is to be excited. You want to go out and share. Don't try and learn everything at once. But the biggest thing is make sure that you decide to choose what and how many days and how many hours per day per week you're going to work on the business. And I think that's the biggest thing, because too many of us want to make it where I fit it in here and I work here, and then it becomes more of a hobby. But if you really truly want to build this business, whether you have an hour a day or 10 hours a week, you just need to pick and choose. And no matter what, make sure you spend that hour, those few hours. If you have an hour a day, you decide when it's going to be every day. Do you do it and get up before your kids? Do you work on it during your lunch hour at work? Do you work on it when your kids have gone to bed at night? But no matter what, choose that hour and stay focused. And then plug into as many things with the company as possible. We have Zooms that are happening every single day. We have trainings. You want to plug in with as many, so you get you when you surround yourself with the right people and listening to everything going on with with the company. It just keeps you focused. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you excited. We have a fantastic company. We have great things happening with this company, and the more you plug in and the more you hear about it, it keeps you excited, and it keeps you in your heart knowing you're doing the right thing.
Yes, yes, it's true. Um, One more question from Christina. Conservative leader is amazing. Um, Also, I don't know, how is your health right now? I don't know. Should I ask this
Oh,
question?
thank you for asking. My health is great. Everything I've been cancer free for over 10 years now. So everything, my health is great.
Also, did you know some doctors actually want their patients to go on vacation? I don't know. It was one of the part of the question.
What was the question?
Also, did you know that some doctors actually want their patients to go on vacation?
Yes. Vacations are very healthy for people.
Yes, if you have something go on vacation, right? Maybe it will
Yeah.
help your health as well.
In
Um,
general, most people, we're very stressed out in life, right?
yes.
Day-to-day life is stressful. So vacation helps you live longer.
And let's do last question from Svetlana Yelizarova. Are there any places in your bucket list now which you haven't seen yet?
Yes, we have lots of places that we haven't been to. There's different places in Italy I've not been. I want to see the Amalfi Coast. I want to see Lake Como. We have been to Athens, Greece, but there's so much more in Greece I'd like to see. Bali. My one of my bucket lists is to take my entire family back to the Maldives and get them each their own bungalow. That's a big bucket list for us as well.
Wow, amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gina. Yes, there is Alessia. She's asking, yes, we will have recording and welcome to Travorium. We're very happy that you just 1 week with our team. Thank you for joining. Okay, Gina, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, for sharing your experience. Thank you so much, like to share like your knowledge with us, even to answer for some of my questions. What do I have for follow-up and everything. Thank you for being for such amazing and inspiring woman in the life of your husband, your family, and all of us, Travorium family. Thank you so much, and hope see you
Oh.
in Las Vegas on the conference.
Yes, yes. I hope to see all of you in Las Vegas and thank you for having me today. It was an honor to be with all of you. I speak on behalf of my husband and I right now, but we are honored to be a part of this company and to get to know all of you. And thank you for always, cheering us on. And we love all of you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You all have a wonderful weekend. Thank
You
you.
as well. Bye.